Hello, this is me, JJ Janesat, and I thought I'd do a follow-up on this video. This is a day later from the first part of the first video. I spent the entire day messing about trying to get this damn thing to work, and it would not work. The printer thing works okay, but the scanner doesn't. It's a well-known problem with this system, with this line of printers for Epson, and it's doing funny noises again. This thing's decided to work. Now, what I did was, well, the main issue was none of the drivers work on it for the scanner. And when you go to Windows, that doesn't appear unless you do the inbuilt standard Windows drivers, which is what this is. If I go into imaging, that was not normally there, even if I installed them from the Epson website. And it comes up with this, and it basically says, it comes up with this, because unless it's something to do with what I downloaded and it's found them. I don't know what's going on with this. It's either they're inbuilt to Windows, because it came off a list on the actual, and I went, this is exactly what I did. Say that it just didn't work and I didn't know what it was. You go update driver, browse my driver, and then this is where it came from here. I did this, and then it was Epson. It was already there. And I scroll down and it's that one, and I clicked on it and it did it. So you have to install the scan utility, which is part of the normal drivers that you download from the site, and I click on it. I'll close that down, right? And this never does this. It never ever does this. I've already done a scan of a two-made thing from a magazine. It never ever does this. It doesn't work until you basically get the WIA drivers off of Windows. So if you're looking to get it to work, install the drivers as standard, and then it just won't work with the scanner. Go to the control panel, go to, and where it comes up, this has actually been fixed. Where it comes up, it doesn't know what the scanner is. Do the manual driver. Look for it under the Epson list, and you should find if it's 305, which is what I've got on here, which is this model here. It should be there, and then when you've installed it, it should work. Now that's taken me an entire day, and I very nearly gave up on it. So now I've got it working. This is what it looks like. You've got colour, grayscale, all the usual stuff. And what I've done here is I've done this thing. So if I scan this, and it gives you an option for TIFF, JPEG, PDF, it saves as a PDF, whatever. I'm not familiar, I've only just literally done this in the last 10 minutes. And then it gives you do your preview, and then it will scan it. So this is the thing here, of course. There's the actual Sony PlayStation. How ironic, Sony PlayStation. I'm not a console person. And I thought, I'll scan something, what can I scan? So I'll scan this. This thing never works, and it seems to be working now, so put that in there. Yeah, but the drivers are just, it's the WIA thing that works on that, not, because it's Twain, and I think they've replaced a lot of that, because that's quite old fashioned now. And this is a Windows 7 era scanner printer anyways. Ow. And then what you do is okay, scanner is warming up. And it just goes along like that. And it comes down, that's it, it's finished. So there it is, and you click on it, and it comes out there. It's all got, because it's the way it's been printed, the actual physical magazine. It looks a bit like the dots, but there it is, and it's in Windows Photo Viewer. So it's confounded me because, oh Laura, it's confounded me because the bloody drivers, I don't know what Epson were doing. There was a whole bunch of stuff online about how they didn't pay Microsoft because they weren't digitally signed. That's part of the problem. Bloody incompetent Epson. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but you think you just installed the drivers and it would work. And it's taken me a whole day and driven me around the bloody twist. I down here threw this in the bin for that because it's like I really wanted the scanner. And turns out the bloody drivers are already on Windows, as far as I can tell. But this is a absolute pain in the ass, this one. I do another scan. I wonder if I can scan something. I've got some cassette tapes. Alright, let's scan that thing there. See if we can scan it with the lid open. Yeah, let's do a preview. Okay, there it is. Very fast. There it is. I can't believe it's working. It's like, wow. I'm amazed. A minute, I have to do this, don't I? Other way. Oh, it's being an arse. I want to get some ink tanks for these, or ink cartridges. Let's just scan that. Yep. I'd like to use it. I mean, it's. I found it for nothing. I found it in the street. This thing. Yep, there it is. And there it is. So, yeah, I'm like absolutely astounded how utterly stupid this whole thing is in terms of the drivers. It seems to not work at all. So actually open it up. There's the thing there. There's like separate inked sections. You got cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. They're separate because there's most of the printers I've ever had like one black, and then there was all the colours were in another, and they're much more expensive to run. So I've been online and I can find ink tanks or ink cartridge sets for these. You can get 6 sets of 3 colour and 1 black. 6 sets for about £15, which is about $20. So it's like, okay, that might be worth actually just, you know, doing. So I want to keep this on, and now I've got the scanner working. It's this type here. So, and it has a port on it for SD cards, apparently. I think it's partly designed so you can use it without a computer. But I'm not so bothered about printing photographs on it because I think the heads might be a bit worn on it. I mean, it is quite old, I don't know. But I'm thinking just standard, like printing stuff, text, labels and whatever. It'd be nice to be able to have that and occasional standard pictures or whatever. But the scanner was one of the main things I wanted it for because that's something that I will actually use. I do a lot of drawing and stuff, and there's always photographs I've taken years ago on film, so that I'd like to actually put in. So yeah, there it is. The rather annoying and very, very irritating. This bit never works, so getting that to run is like, yeah, it's amazing. Professional mode. Professional mode. Oh, you can change. Okay, the professional mode gives you the option for DPI. Wow, that goes high. It will take ages. 24-bit. So yeah, if you want to install this to get it working, depending on your model and depending on whether you're using Windows 7, 8, 10, just go into the manual option for installing and look for the Windows pre-installed stuff for Epson, and then, and I didn't know that, and I thought that can't be that simple, can it? It can't be that simple. driver, update driver, browse computer manually, let me pick from a list, find imaging devices, find your make, scroll down, and my one was there. And it's as simple as that. But you must install the normal drivers and the normal scan utility before you do this, and then the scan utility works. That's what I did. So I hope that helps somebody. I'm pretty happy that it works, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back in another video very soon. Till then, bye.